Rockets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. You learn about a difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing,
basketball. That's that. Always.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
Come on, man. You cannot get it easy.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, they've got Ilgauskas on the floor. Johnson is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's DeBusschere, and it's Battier in at the 3. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters.
Good defense.
I didn't do it in high school. I didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, catching the defender there off balance. Jordan with the great strength to convert through contact. Let's see what he can do there at the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Embiid, he's checked in for Zubac. Kevon Looney comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Of course, he's not going to let me get
LaVine
that.
against Jordan. And Rubio kicks to Gay. Here's Embiid. Goes to the fadeaway and pins it. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Making outstanding use of the mid-range area, the big man, Embiid.
Good help.
He enjoys mixing this shot up in from time to time.
Here's Looney. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2
Look
at
at all
the
that
free throw line.
ball up.
That's on Dave DeBusschere.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Well,
when you look at a guy like Kevin Looney, I mean, he gives his team so much. I mean, great option to have either starting or off the bench with his versatility.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jimmy Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Ricky Rubio. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Chris, with Looney, he is a bit of a glue guy, and his defense is his calling card.
Well, he slots into so many lineups as he can play the 4 or the 5 and basically guard anyone on the floor. He has a good motor and doesn't need a ton of touches to be effective.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
No question, G.A. I mean, it takes skills and a certain level of fearlessness.
And Capella sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Embiid, the pass to LaVine.
An imposing defender,
thanks
to his timing, his height, his reach. I mean, Capella is awesome at throwing shooters off their game.
Hardaway, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
As more and more, we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was Gonzalo, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game. I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool. But on the road, it's great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. The shot
by
Butler, nobody around.
Come on, Jimmy.
Another miss by Houston. Lakers trail by 3.
Not be doing that
Battier
type of
dishes
shit.
to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. It's back to Battier. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
The Lakers have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. That free throw, no good.
Kevin, it was an up-and-down season for the Rockets last year. I mean, they started out very slow, and then because of injury, but it took them a while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division, but only nabbed the 4th seed in the playoffs.
Gobert, he's checked in for Houston. LaVine,
there we go.
wide open. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Johnson kicks to Mullen. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. Fast break. LaVine's got it. Here's Embiid.
Why not keep driving, bro?
Lakers
Come
have
on,
gone
man.
50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Chris, last year being the 4th seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was, especially, Kevin, when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in Game 6 despite the Warriors losing Durant. The slow start in the regular season, I think, played a big factor. Well, he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Battier against LaVine. 5 to shoot. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Westbrook. Another miss by Houston.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Battier, that's for 2. Rockets with the rebound. To the inside. Gobert. Kick out to LaVine.
Can't hit shit.
Second shot opportunity.
No foul.
Passes to Westbrook.
Oh my God.
There's the dish to Embiid. Over Mullen.
Thank you.
There's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Westbrook. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
It's never been more important for bigs to be able to stretch the floor, and Embiid has no problem doing so.
We are
Johnson, the pass to Hardaway.
Mike can come back in and toast us.
Outside Mullen. To the middle. It's deflected. Here's Capella. Gobert with the block. And it's the Rockets on the break. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Houston with a big group substitution here. Zubac is checked in for Embiid. Iguodala comes in for Butler. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Zach LaVine. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the Lakers also making a switch. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Dennis Johnson.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Hardaway finds Green. Back to Hardaway. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Iguodala.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Got no shooters on the floor. Except for Hardaway.
With the steal. And here's the fast break. Jumps up. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game. He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
And Green gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
Hardaway goes in. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
15-10.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first free throw is good. The Lakers making a switch here. Both good from the line that time. Outside Hardaway. Sweet little floater. Hardaway has got 10.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers on top, leading by just 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They were a little more aggressive. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Come on.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've seen Penny Hardaway really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through. Well, Mike D'Antoni, a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Rudy Gobert is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
That's good defense.
That is his first foul of the game.
On defense is keeping him in the game.
Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean,
come on, that's a good block. Good block.
Good shot selection, largely dependent on getting open. Which players do the best job of moving, you think, right now without the ball?
Period. Klay Thompson, 60 points, 11 dribbles. Did you hear me? 60 points, shocking. 11 dribbles.
It almost looks like a mystery, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly. And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, G. I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
I'll give you the 3 ball, Mike.
Jordan against LaVine. Pass to Green. Capella trying to free himself up.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Kick it out.
The pass to Butler from
Let's
the
go,
arc.
Jimmy. Come on,
It's
bro.
hauled in by Los Angeles. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mullen against Butler. Mullen
Stop
shot
trying to
is
take
off.
me.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it
Let's
ain't
go.
working. 0 for 4 to start.
Come on, bro.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
The drive by Jordan. He gets that one. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Oh, shit.
Outside Westbrook. It's stolen by Capella. And it's the Lakers on the break. Green with the ball. Gobert with the block. They recover it. Outside, Mullen gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Come on, man.
Mullen's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Hardaway with it. Now defended by LaVine. And the wide open shot from Green. Buried from 15 feet out.
Oh, this shit
And now a
frustrating.
9-point Laker lead.
Reliable from the mid-range area. Green with good awareness, and he seizes the opportunity.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Houston, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. The free throw Russell Westbrook. Looney's checked in for the Rockets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in. And both free throws good for Westbrook. Los Angeles leading by 7. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers with some changes. Ilgauskas is checked in for Capella. And it's DeBusschere in for Mullen. DeBusschere kicks to Ilgauskas. Michael Jordan on the wing. Guarded by Levine. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
You can't throw weak shots when Butler is around. His shot blocking ability is impressive.
Houston making a switch. Gay's checked in. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Enforce the Jordan rule.
Clock at 2. Green. And Embiid with the block.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid's a big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
The Rockets making a switch here.
Rubio's
checked in.
Off the drive.
And a wide open look for Jordan. Wide open shot is on the money. Jordan's got 15.
And there are nights it really doesn't matter what you do defensively. MJ is going to score, and this is looking like one of those nights.
Right wing. Embiid against Ilgauskas.
Hit that nigga.
Butler from outside.
Come on, Jimmy.
Miss by Houston.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Stolen by Westbrook. And Rubio kicks to Butler. Back to Rubio. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Another miss by Houston.
Nothing.
Shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pass to Embiid. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Jordan. Westbrook with the block. Jordan against Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
You can't give Butler breathing room. Once he senses an opening, he leaps all over it.
Here's Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Rubio comes with the double team. Outside Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sees the alley-oop, but he recovers it.
Come on, don't give him that. Thank you.
Jordan with another miss.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot
Come on,
you're
Russ.
going to end up with.
Offensive rebound. And it's Butler
Come
missing.
on,
I don't know
bro.
if it's been the main factor, but this off night has definitely been one factor here.
Here's Johnson. Gets the bucket.
Come
and
on,
the foul.
bro.
They get Russell Westbrook.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
So for the Rockets, Zubac is checked in for Joel Embiid. Iguodala comes in for Butler.
Gotta make some
Hardaway is
shots.
subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Shane Battier is checked in for Los Angeles.
And, you know, for a guy who sat on the bench his senior year of high school and was barely noticed by college recruiters,
Come on, man.
boy,
Give me my
DJ's
fadeaway.
proved a lot of people wrong.
Lakers working the ball around now, and that one good.
Come on, man.
Ilgauskas has got his first 2 points.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Passes it to Rubio. Down low. Here's Gay. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Ilgauskas.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And when it comes to athletic small forwards, here's the cream of the crop. An aggressive player whose reach really helps him on both offense and defense.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Jordan. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Rubio. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Come on, y'all. Where's the
2
hell?
points. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Get out of my way.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And that one falls for Iguodala.
Oh, he turns it up. And though Iguodala has become a long-range shooting threat, he still managed to struggle from the line.
That's to Gobert.
Somebody move
Just
around.
tried to shoot. It's stolen
Come
by
on, y'all. This is terrible.
Outside Hardaway. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
20%.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Back him down.
Action is upon us. Thanks as always
There you
for
go.
joining us. All right,
There you
now
go.
a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade.
We'll put a mismatch.
Action, all fueled
All we
up and
gotta
ready
do.
to go. Taking a look at the Lakers.
Play defense.
We've got Hardaway. DeBusschere is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Mullen. And it's Battier in at the small forward position.
The rebound.
Hardaway, no good. Rockets trail by 5. Here's
Hardaway.
Iguodala.
Come
Rebounded
on,
by
bro.
Battier.
Come
The
on.
Lakers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Shoots the 3.
You wet that.
Kept alive.
Come on.
Shot's
Come on,
good
man.
from
Come on,
DeBusschere.
bro.
DeBusschere's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hard-nosed and tenacious. Big D crashes that offensive glass. One way he loves to get his points.
And that one
Let's
is good
go.
from Zubats.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Lakers leading by 5. They shoot again.
Come on.
And it's Capella missing.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
So.
And Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Mullen against Hardaway. Mullen's shot is off. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And they will call over the back on the play.
Come on. Come on.
I'm
Come
not
on.
sure
Come
what
on.
he
Come on.
thought
Come
he
on. Come on.
could
Come on.
do
Come on.
there. It's pretty clear over the back.
Yes, yeah, he thought he could snake over the top on that one, but that play more often than not gets called.
Levine's checked in for Ricky Rubio. And Los Angeles making a change here as well.
Isaac.
Jordan's checked in.
Come on. What
And
is
another
that?
field goal in
What
this
is
total.
that?
Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Out to the right wing. Zubats the pass to Levine. Out to Hardaway. 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away.
Why would you not fade away?
The defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
It's Hardaway with the drive. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish. And Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
Levine against DeBusschere. Gobert. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time.
Come on, bro.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Come on, bro.
And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Zubac. Butler comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Hardaway. And the Lakers also making a switch. Draymond Green, he's checked in for DeBusschere. Outside Mullen. Jordan inside, guarded by Levine. Here's Hardaway. Westbrook with the block. Jordan against Levine.
Stop riding, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
High arcing shot.
He shot that bitch. Come on.
The activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Dennis Johnson's checked in for Hardaway. The pass to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Back to Johnson. There's Green with the three.
Come on,
Drains
man.
it from beyond the arc.
Step
And the
out,
Lakers lead
man.
by 8.
And you got to respect the basketball mind of Green. Skilled at reading the defense and knowing when to take his shot.
Here's Gobert. Plays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, nothing too fancy.
Come on,
just
man.
getting the job done when they need
Come on.
to make
6
every
points, bro.
possession
6
count.
points.
And the Lakers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and
Good
the coach
God.
sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on
course.
here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Michael Jordan.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Floats one up. Gobert knocks it away. Outside Westbrook. And the layup falls. Now just a 4-point Laker lead.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Outside Jordan.
Come on, y'all.
Slams it in.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
Goes up on the wing. It's Butler. That time with the assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside Green. Here's Jordan.
Come on.
So a chance at the line for one more.
Sensational recognition. Green realizes immediately when one of his guys is open.
Rockets trail by 7. On the wing, Levine, guarded by Jordan. Embiid kicks to Westbrook. Again, the Rockets score.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the
inside Jordan. Outside Mullen. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Embiid, the pass to Butler. A fader. Iman Green with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Johnson with it. Westbrook picks him up. Jordan can't get it to go.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe
Come
rush
on,
his
bro.
release a little bit.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Zubac is checked in for Embiid. Kevon Looney comes in for Gobert. Rudy Gay's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Levine. Zubac kicks to Gay. 6 on the shot clock. On the money from 12 feet away. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now Jackson.
Shit, man. Definitely should have won this shit.
And so the Lakers take the win.